From high school to university or college isn't just about, switching buildings. It's a whole new learning experience and system. In high school, for example, your teacher reminded you about your homework and may even have contacted your parents if you were falling behind. In university, you are fully responsible for managing your own time, attending classes, completing your assignments, and even asking for help. In high school, classes often range between 20 to 30 students. In university, especially in your first year, lectures can have several hundred students. Some lecture halls may even hold over 5,000 people in large room. And yes, that is of course a lot. Now, these big classes are usually broken down into smaller tutorials led by teaching assistants where you can ask questions and hold different discussions. And when it comes to your schedule, you might have 15 hours of class per week, but for each hour, you're expected to spend 2 to 3 hours studying independently. That adds to a full-time commitment of around 40 to 50 hours per week. And that is a huge change between high school, college, and university. In high school, your grades often come from many small assignments, participation, frequent quizzes, and so on. In university, however, your final grade usually is based on a few major assignments, midterms, and final exams, which can be worth from 70 to 80% of your entire mark. That means that there's less room for making up your work. So every assignment that you do really counts. As mentioned earlier, and we really want to emphasize this, is that the biggest change you experience is that you become the main person responsible for your own learning. That means you will need to stay organized. Now, you will receive a syllabus for each course. It includes the schedule, readings, assignments, and deadlines. Your job is to keep track of it because professors won't give you constant reminders about your work. You're also expected to study independently. Now, in terms of the actual classes, every professor has a different teaching style. Some lecture from slide, others lead discussions, assign case studies, or answer student questions based on readings. Now, despite the format of the lectures, the key takeaway here is do your readings. And yes, of course, we will share more tips on how to read effectively and really manage the heavy reading loads because there will be a lot. Now, another big thing that we really want to emphasize is that professors and teaching assistants really expect you to think critically. So how does it differ from high school? In high school, you primarily focus, let's say, on memorization. University, however, demands you to analyze, question, and support your ideas with really good and relevant research to your topic. If you need help with either, you really need to seek support proactively. Professors, advisors, and support services are there for their students. They're there for you, and they want to help you, but you have to be the first one to reach out. And this, for example, are where office hours come in. They're a great chance to ask questions directly. As you're already noticing that teachers, professors in Canada often have very different expectations from high school teachers. In high school, you may be used to frequent reminders about homework, as mentioned earlier, extra credit help or resubmissions, and even step-by-step instructions on the assignment and every other task. In university or college, however, professors, instructors expect you to check the syllabus regularly, come prepared by reading materials before lectures, participate actively in seminars and tutorials, submit high quality work on the very first try. Besides all of this, you have to know how to use proper academic formatting and avoid shortcuts. Now, it's not as scary when you think of your syllabus as your contract. It outlines everything you need to succeed: due dates, grading, exam schedules, and contact information. Ignoring it is like trying to navigate or go somewhere without using the map. Don't hesitate to check your syllabus regularly when you start your studies, not just the first or second week of your studies to really get the schedule and see how the assignments are graded. I personally check my syllabus almost every other week, especially before doing any assignment, because the syllabus really specifies the guidelines and everything you need to do on that assignment to get a good grade. And if something's not clear, this is when you contact your teaching assistants or professors.